Hello, Kelly. This is Randall Standridge. I thought it might be easier to just show you what you're wanting to do on Finale. That's what I'm going to do real quick. Anyway, I've got a default document open right now set to clarinet. So first I'm just going to throw some notes in here. Oops, hang on just a second. Let me fix one thing. So we've got that in there. I'm going to throw a dynamic on. It's a forte. And, right now it plays back like this. Okay? Now what we're wanting to do is we go into the score manager, which you can find under Windows right here. Or you can see there's a command that will be on yours that you can use to just pull it up. But anyway, you'll pull it up and it will initially look something like this. If you go into the name portion of whatever you're wanting to add that other sound into, you go to layer 3 or 4 or whatever layer you want to use. But anyway, you go into some layer, and I'm going to use layer 3, and we're going to set the sound to standard percussion. So where it says drums and percussion standard. So you'll see that on all the other layers, it's going to play back as clarinet, but on layer 3, it's going to play back as standard percussion. So now if I go in over here, oops, hang on. If we go down here and select layer 3, we will now be entering notes into layer 3, which will now have percussion sounds. Alright, so when I hit my MIDI keyboard or try to enter notes from simple entry, it will be referencing percussion sounds. So I'm just going to enter, I'm going to find a sound that I like for clap. Personally, I just use rim shot. Because I don't really have a clap sound on mine. So I'm going to use a rim shot sound. So now you'll see, and just for right now, ignore how it looks, but just listen to this. So when I play it back, it's playing that. Oops, that wasn't quite the rhythm I wanted. Oh well, that's what editing is for. So anyway, now I've got it playing back correctly, but it looks terrible. So now the question is, how do we get it to look like you want it to look? I would use the staff tool. I'm going to highlight everything. I'm going to go into the staff tool, and where it says define staff styles, I'm going to pull down to rhythmic notation. Now this next step is very important. You want to go down to where it says alternate notation settings and apply to layer 3. So whatever layer you're entering this percussion sounds into, this layer needs to match. So if it's layer 3, this needs to be layer 3. If it's layer 2, this needs to be layer 2, etc. And you're going to push OK. So then you will just apply that now. You highlight the measures you want to apply that to, right click, go down to rhythmic notation, and now this will appear just as these kind of rhythmic figures. So what you will do then, you just go into expressions or technique and create a technique text that just says clap, just so the students will know what to do. And then when you want to enter other notes afterwards, going here, you just simply move back up to layer 1, and you are right back up to clarinet. So it's relatively simple to do what you're asking. If we play it back now, so it'll be like that. It will look good. It will come out sounding like you want it to sound, and that's how you do it. Anyway, I hope you find this video helpful, and good luck. And as I always say, peace, love, and music.